Welcome back with Happy Chat Bay. So this is not facing our demons. So whatever your beliefs are, please put them aside and then listen. Then you can go with whatever you wish. It's your godly choice. But I ask you to put them aside so it doesn't disrupt your way of thinking of the story and being biased with your thoughts if they're opposing to my story. As you'll miss the value of the story. So, we are a spiritual being that comes into a physical body. And as we switch over from the spiritual to the physical, we forget all that we knew in the spiritual, which was light, which holds all. And as birth, we as the light see nothing but light. But consciousness came about to awareness of the body and what the body felt, and started redirecting us in a physical life. Now the spirit, the soul, came into the body because it hasn't ascended to a higher level than it could be. So it comes down to earth, the school of living in physical form, to find itself, to find the reality of truth. And as the soul becomes the body, and the body takes over and operates in this world with enjoyment of things that surround it and disruption as well, the balance of everything, we learn to entwine into it all and try to balance all that out in our own lives. And in that, we try to balance who we are in spirit and soul, body and soul. But we forget about the soul, that light that's within us. And we only see what the light gives on outside of us and how we shine through our eyes, that light that we are, as it's all that we were when we begin this life. It was all that we could see was light, until we started reshaping that in with consciousness and how we sensed through our senses, and how them senses made us feel in a way that we could create it into shape and physically form it into a physical reality. So we lose that vision of what we really are, that light that shines out. And we only see what we create with that light that we shine out in physical form. And then we get lessons. As the light shines from us, we create physical forms of material things around us that gives us lessons to show us who we are. what we are, in learnings of the physical, which is really spiritual. With unseen becomes seen because of the light that's within you through consciousness of the body. And everything appears so you could see. A lesson in physical reality for you to feel in that spiritual being that you are. And so you could work your way back from that journey of what you see back to you and understand who you be, where you came from, who you are. And we go through this until we face the demons that we see. The things that we don't like, we dislike. We have to face them and see, well, what's the brighter side of this? As we shine onto it, we see the creation of this, and it becomes dark within us. But yet we can see it in a physical form of darkness, yet there's a balance with everything. So we have to see, where's the light in this? And until we see where the light is and find that and bring it back to ourselves, we can only find the light in ourselves then. Facing all our demons outside of us, understanding that they're created within us in how we see through all of consciousness, in our beliefs. So we create in how we sense everything. As you recall, when we could first see, it was with light that came from us, until we could shape that light, until it shaped into demons in the physical form, where we could see the light and dark together, the balance of everything. Yet some overpowered others, some were real good, some were negative. But what we had to find was that light within us that controlled it all, and see why we were creating that negative side, and to look at it and observe it and find the brighter side of that negative and bring that light back into us. And until we did that with everything and seen everything as it is to be from the light, or we could not see, then we will go through many forms of life, of physical life, until that becomes our true reality, which is we are the light that sees. And from there, that soul can move up and ascend from this living on this physical reality. But till then, we will go through life with these obstacles that we create through consciousness and how the light observes through the senses of the body of all that's around it. And sometimes we'll have to go through that many lives to learn before we can ascend. And we'll have obstacles that we don't want to come against, that we've already created within our consciousness and how we see things. And we tend to avoid. So we lie, we cheat, we deceive ourselves. And we run from them things instead of facing them. And when we run from them things, we are recalled that it's dark, and that darkness is kept within the soul, not lighting up to ascend up. So it keeps the darkness entrapped into body. And when that body's run out of its time, and you haven't cleared the darkness within it, then you will move on to another timeline, another body, another vessel, to solve in another time what that soul couldn't solve in the last vessel it was in. It must move on to another vessel with memory within the body of all that you have seen through them many times that you have been in this physical life. And until you can face all that, then you will be stuck where you are within body, where the soul will never be able to ascend to the heights that you could be. You will stay down here on earth in physical reality because you cannot see who you be. You see what you be and how you feel from your physical reality. The teaching of life. This happy chapter. Love, peace.